morning, two laddies. My name is Assassin, and welcome back to some more Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers post. God, that is so long. Okay, so I'm not gonna make any promises because we know how that works in Final Fantasy. I say I'm gonna we'll finish it, and we are 20 hours deep in dialogue, but it's looking pretty hopeful, is what I'll say. We might finish what's it called, post game this episode. I was looking at like how many quests there are, and it's probably just all dialogue, but anyway, I'm just gonna go and hoping we could what's it called, complete it this episode and then move on to Endwalker. We still have not moved on to Endwalker yet. But obviously that will be for what's it called, different video entirely. Man, I love this mount. It's so cool. Is that a cool mount? But I gotta, oh. This Aetheryte will bear us to our quarry. Should he make the summon Titan as I anticipate, we will halt the ceremony and restrain him. At this, all hell will break loose, and we will have an army of kobolds to entertain Ali's work is done. Just remember, none must die. We can let NCR do the rest. To the course, my friends. I spy calmer waters beyond the squall. Okay. Wow. That's a lot of cobalt or Aetheryte crystals. Is that me? Hi guys. Miss us?
Whoa! Lady! Get out of here! This is our cave!
Greetings, Patriarch.
Why is it so quiet?
I am Merlwyd Blufisvin, Admiral of Limsa Laminsa. I come before you to offer my sincerest apologies for the many wrongs committed by my people against you and yours.
You were foolish to come here. Stupid, unwise, foolish. The Great Father shall have your souls for your folly.
I feel like I'm finding Titan like.
Aye, just as we thought.
Now, Alize! Quickly!
You don't need to tell me!
Shut up!
Let none pass. We must grant her as much time as we can.
Okay. Alright, who's up for her to get their ass kicked? Protect Alize. The girl seeks to harm the paper environment and kill her, slaughter herself.
We must protect Alize!
Yeah, you keep saying that. Okay, I'm trying. I can only do so much. As a warrior of darkness, or light, or dark, or dark night.
You're in my sight.
I don't know. What? I think I drew all this. I think I drew all this. Did you even do anything? That attack felt completely fucking useless. I don't think it killed any one of them. Can you try hitting him this time? Thank you. Yes, it's ready. Go, Angelo. Go, Angelo. Fly. Ah, what sorcery is this? Ah! Oh. His tempering is too severe. I can't finish it up. I gotta go through like 75%. One person's ether is not enough? What the? What? They're targeting it. They're close. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. That hurt a lot. I didn't know where I was supposed to stand in that situation. So I just took the brunt of the hit. Hey, could you do that attack and actually attack them, please, before they kill me? Why the fuck did I use that? I didn't mean to use Osprey. Doesn't I have the alligator to eat the... Yeah.
Here you are, Alize.
But what about me? Am I not gonna do anything? Thank you, too. I'll give it another try. I mean, I'm trying. If you guys can deal with the other bombs, then yeah, I'll take care of it. There we go. Nope, never mind. That's a problem. One sec. Oh, are you fucking gotta be kidding me? I tried.
I need more ether.
Lady, I'm trying. There's only so much ether I can, or so many fucking bombs that I can hold off. If you could hurry up instead of taking your sweet ass time, that would be wonderful.
Just a little more.
Oh, come on! You don't need more! Yeah, no shit, there's too many. What? Oh. Dang. Oh, right, now it's your turn. Yeah, if you say more one more time, I start. Alright, please, what's the for? I didn't even know where he was. The pain! The pain! Please let me hit your tip. Nuh-uh. Wait, that's open up. Nuh-uh. Fine. Hey, you're depleting like all my air. I only have a limited amount of reserves. Ow! The fuck? What's happening? I made my decision before I came in, no matter what it cost me. That's what will happen. Am I killing him? Did my health get depleted from losing all my aces? This is bullshit. Man, fuck you, Alize. I'm kidding. Oh, come on. I'm just saying, if it comes down for me and him, I'm gonna have to kill him. I'm not dying to this cobalt. Can you fuck off? Anyone gonna step in? Like, at any moment? Be like, no! Kill me! And then I'm gonna, like, I don't know, kick him or something? Or you're just gonna watch it and murder the cobalt? I hate that attack. I also hate that you don't die. Not die, but like, you know. A little more Aether, just a little more I can. Oh my god, Alize, for fuck's sake. You're draining me dry. It'll work this time, I promise. Yeah, sure, it will.
Yes, this will do. Here I go.
Are you sure? You're not gonna ask me again, are you?
Go, Angela.
I also love how out of all the Aether I gave, I was the only one that didn't get exhausted. Kumi just built different. Ah, did it work? Or are we all dead?
Did it work?
No, I think we killed him.
What?
What is the meaning of this?
I'm sorry, but they died by your hand. You sacrificed them to summon Titan.
Why would I do such a thing?
Would that there were a cure for the victims of the Tempered.
Huh? Oh.
Gabu! What are you doing here?
Patriarch, please listen to me. Heed, listen. The Great Father we have been summoning is false. He only hurts us and those we love. For a long time, his voice filled my mind. It told me to do terrible things. Awful, unspeakable, terrible things. But I didn't give in to it. And you mustn't either. There's been too much pain already. So please, end the suffering.
What have I done?
We share this child's desire, Patriarch. An end to summoning, for it spells naught but misery for both our peoples. For many long years, man and kobold have feuded over territory, pillaging and perishing for the earth beneath our feet. It may be said that we fought to survive, but what we have sown in blood, we have reaped in suffering, and it cannot go on. I would see us set aside the past and work together for peace.
It was wrong of me to hurt my own in the name of the Great Father. Sinful, evil, wrong. But that doesn't mean there can be peace between us.
Damn.
Men cannot be trusted.
Well,
the bounty of the land was to be ours, and yours.
We
the
tried.
bounty
Time
of
to
the
kill him.
sea. But you broke the pact. Violated, breached, broke. Unready as we were, what choice had we but to call upon the divine to rid ourselves of your tyranny?
None, and I do not blame you for it. In violation of the spirit, if not the letter of the pact, we took your lands for our own. The fault lies wholly with us. On behalf of all Laminsans, I offer you my humblest apology. I pray you'll find it in your heart to accept it. Yet I know an apology alone will not serve to make things right. So, we will revise the pact to leave no room for doubt. And any who violate it shall face justice, swift and certain.
I feel like that's
No, we won't be fooled. Not again.
Please, hear me to the end. Fleeting though it was, there was a time when man and kobold abided together in harmony, in cooperation. In those days, your people shared the secrets of smelting. Knowledge which allowed Limsa Lominsa to thrive. Much of what we have, we owe to the kobolds. And so, for the good of all who dwell on this isle, I wish to make you an offer. We will bear your people's wares to every corner of the world, and trade them in your stead. In return, we will bring you the bounty, not only of the sea, but lands both near and far. Whatever you desire, the Navigator as my witness, you shall have it. There will be no more man and beastman, just the crew of the great ship that is Vilbrand. And together, we will share in the wealth of the world, if you'll only accept our hand in friendship.
We want to believe you. We truly do. But we believed you before and you betrayed us. Fooled, deceived, betrayed us.
There are bad men, it's true. But there are also good ones. And the ones before you are the best of them. They were always kind to me. Caring, nice, kind, and I trust them with my life.
Before I became Admiral, I was a pirate. I stole, I fought, I stained the sea red with blood. Such is my past, and I dare not forget it, however much I might want to. That is death penalty. The pistol I used to pass judgment on my own sire when he fell thrall to Leviathan and betrayed his comrades. It's loaded. If you were to point it at my head and pull the trigger, I would most assuredly die.
He's like, hell yeah, okay.
Though it isn't much, my life is the single most valuable thing I possess. If it will suffice to atone for past wrongs, take it. A single bullet to annul the old pact, and my blood to write it anew. What comes after, I entrust to this man, my second in command. I know that he will do his utmost for the happiness of all who call Vilbrand home.
Gone. that couple was gonna jump in front of it.
I do not trust you. Not yet. But Gabu does. And I will trust him.
We want you to know that we respect your faith. There's nothing wrong with giving thanks to the land which sustains you. But summoning is different. Should you hear of anyone who would attempt it, we ask that you appeal to their better judgment, or failing that, seek our aid. We're always ready to help.
Many and more of my brethren are yet enthralled to the Great Father, just as I was. If you could free them too, I would be grateful. Appreciative, thankful, grateful.
I'ma have to ask for that gun back now, thank you.
'Tis we who should be grateful, Patriarch. I thank you for affording us this chance.
You can have it back. Wow, what a happy ending. I fully thought someone was gonna die there, and then it would have been all sad, and then summoning or something. But seeing we have found a way to move forward with the kobolds, next we will help the Second Order to free their tempered brethren from thraldom. Theirs is far from the only order, of course, and it will take no small amount of time and effort to reach the nest, or rest, I don't know why I said nest, but reach them we will, however long it takes. I would say that I was in your debt, but that has long been true. That said, I will thank you, helping us to plot a new course not only for Limsa, but for all our warriors. Okay. This is rewritten.
Right. Let's return to the Rising Stones.
What's the emergency?
Admiral, something strange is afoot at the floating city.
Breathe, man. What is it?
I think it's best you see for yourself. Please, come with me.
They're summoning Bahamut for the 15,000th time! God!
What in the world is that?
Oh.
A tower?
You can see it too, then? I feared I was losing my wits. One moment I was patrolling as usual, and the next it was just there.
Is this leading up to Endwalker? I feel
Yes.
like I've asked that question a lot.
This is she.
Is everything leading
I
up to
am.
Endwalker?
Aye. I'm looking at it. What? Understood. Send the Elder Seedseer my regards. The communications officer. It seems this isn't the only tower. They've sprung up all across Eorzea.
Great.
Nothing more is known, only that they appear to be of Garlean construction. Our allies on the Alamegan front are on highest alert. Forgive my directness, but would you join them? They may well need the help.
Of course, Admiral. We shall make all haste.
My thanks. I will return to Limsa to weigh our response. Look for Commander Hext when you arrive in Alamigo, and may the Navigator speed you on your way.
Man, gets back home, stuff's already fucked.
Thank you for coming so soon. I'll send for Commander Aldin at once, and we can decide what to do about these infernal towers.
It can't be.
The palace! After them!
Man, it just keeps getting weirder and weirder and weirder. And everyone keeps summoning things. God fucking damn it, stop summoning.
You're here, good.
Hi.
Well, well, well! To be received by such an illustrious cast! Why, even the hero of the piece is here! I feel quite starstruck.
Fandelia? That's such a dumb name. Sorry. Not.
Is that Asahi?
His body, more like. You don't fool us.
Oh! You saw straight through it! Anyone would think you dealt with Asians before. Permit me to introduce myself. I am Fandania, and may I say what a pleasure it is to finally make your acquaintance. My, straight to business, is it? Suit yourself. It is my intention to recreate the final days, to which end I have distributed a collection of rather ingenious devices, or towers, which will, in time, give rise to the grandest of spectacles.
Right.
The final days? But it was the Asians who labored to prevent them.
You're quite right. Though I would expect no less from one responsible for eliminating my unsundered colleagues.
You're
Honestly,
welcome.
the three of them were obsessed with restoring the one true world. As a sovereign individual, however, I never had much interest in such things. I mean, why bother when you're just another sundered minion? Admittedly, Elidibus was not convinced by that argument, but thanks to you, I'm finally free of his incessant nagging. Free to use my powers as I see fit, to fulfill my heart's desire. And my heart's desire is to lay this half-broken world to waste, leaving nary a fleck of dust behind!
As always.
What? Why would you want such a thing?
Because I want wretched creatures who ask such meaningless questions to die! You! And you! And you! I want you all to die! And I want to die too! Oh, yes! I want to die and take everyone with me in a paroxysm of pain and suffering!
Wow.
I'm different, you see. from the ancients who clung to dear life, and from you.
Anyone that says they're different, they're not really that different.
So don't bother trying to reason with me. You will find I have no reason, or creed, or any such tripe.
Okay, so you're just a basic ass.
I just want to destroy the world. But please do resist with all your might. It will add to my enjoyment. Now then, ladies and gentlemen, keep your eyes peeled, for the curtains have risen on the spectacle to end all spectacles. We, the Telophoroi, shall be your performers and this very star our stage. But I nearly forgot. I have a message for you. My esteemed patron, Lord Xenos, eagerly awaits you at the heart of the chaos. While I wish only to destroy the world, he exists solely to relive a certain, transcendent moment with you. And it is for that reason he would reduce all to ash. Pray see to it his dreams do not go unfulfilled. For if you should disappoint him, my trusty companion here, whom I've dubbed Lunar Bahamut, will burn your cities and everyone in them.
But you said you're gonna destroy everyone anyway. So that's just an added destruction to the destruction you're already gonna do. What?
Everyone out! My men will tend to the blaze.
Also, I thought Bahamut was like, he had like green flame or something. That's like purple flame. Thank goodness everyone's safe. We managed to put out the fire, though not quickly enough to save the garden. Ravon can slightly leave it to you to send word to the line. I'm going to make a unit and investigate the tower. We need to find out what is going. We'll go with you. No, you won't. You will rest. For what Mirror me you do sometime off duty. When we learn anything about the tower, we'll be sure to share it with you. Until then, I want you to rest. Very well, but if you need our help, don't hesitate. And take care of both of you. Oh, you're back too. Good. We received a report from the Alliance. Since we're all here, folks. Those who were into the events in Alamigo can treat the rest in the first-hand account.
You stole her!
No sooner do we overcome one problem than another. I know, it's crazy how it works. It would all seem tediously predictable, but her idea of our foes is Fendel? I forgot how the name was pronounced. Sounds even more unhinged than his patron. Unhinged perhaps, but no fool for all this mind directs. He gave away a little about his plot. We know only that he intends to recreate the final days and that the towers will somehow facilitate it. He also called his dragon Lunar Bahamut. Let's not forget that little detail. And the creature did resemble the description I've seen of the Elder Primal. That may be, but the fact that it answered to Fandeli would suggest they are not one and the same entity. I think more probable, but it is something which seems like a point of Athian magic. Whatever it is, for now we can work closely with the Alliance and remain vigilant. I believe that concludes our news. What of yours you stolen? I have been to the Sultana, knowing how quick the immortal flame are to dispose of their tempers. I judged it best to provide them with the cure first. As soon as I had sufficiently recovered, I traveled to Ul'dah and delivered the Orcs to her grace, along with the instructions on their use. Yeah, my visit chanced to coincide with the arrival of some troubling tidings. The immortal flames had been on the cusp of agreeing to truce with this Amaja. The negotiations abruptly collapsed. Amaja claims a number of their kind have been abducted and that men are responsible. Not as known of the perpetrators as yet, but as the immortal flames went about investigating the abductions, they came upon one of Fandel's towers. On the subject of the tower, you may be interested to learn that they are not an exclusively Erosia phenomenon. According to the eyes, they have been sighted as far as Ixani. Then it would seem reasonable to assume that they are everywhere. We simply have not found them. Well, as you said yourself, we can do little for now, save remain vigilant, and since we're dealing with a dragon, at least I believe it would behoove us to enlist the aid of an authority on such grounds. Estinian! At just a moment he could reconvey to lend us his lance, I would be the first to welcome and place the truth is we struggle even to fight him. Hee, you let me and Kyle worry about that. We'll sniff him out no matter where he's hiding. If indeed he is hiding, we have ways of locating him regardless, so if there are no objections, we shall depart at once.
Bye bye. Later, losers.
What the fuck? Well, rather than sitting around, I think I might go to each of the city-states and educate them in the use of proxies, whatever. They would be doubtless appreciated, but might you consider taking a moment to rest before you would be fresh every day? You guys rest like fucking hours before when Radon or whatever said it. My friend, our moment of try did not last long. Nope, it did not. And I really could have done with a rest. Oh dear, are you not enjoying our adventures? Was ever the word. I could do with a rest, god damn it. I'm so tired. All this adventuring. Then why not have one? If anything happens, I promise I will come and wake you. As much as I am conscious of the toll they take it, so let us gather our strength while we can, that we might rise to the challenge of somewhat unwritten future. Okay. Meanwhile, someone the looky looks. I forgot where this is. Is this in Alamigo? Oh, yeah.
The scouts should have been back by now. I'm gonna go and find them.
Oh, this fucking...
Oh, thank goodness for that.
Oh, I thought it was Ilbert or something. Oh, I think he's fine.
Glory be. Glory be to Garibald!
Damn. If Lys was able to be taken out like that, I swear. Meanwhile, in the Imperial Palace. Are you conducting another bioweapon experiment thing? I swear, it's like you guys just don't stop with that.
The piles have been driven as planned, and the first of the beasts has roared to life. Moreover, I am pleased to report that preparations are well underway for the rest. Ere long, chaos shall reign over all the land, as befits the final days.
Call it what you will, so long as my friend returns to me, fangs bared and claws sharpened. I care not.
Of course, my lord. By strange coincidence, your dear friend chanced to be present when I made my declaration. I took the liberty of informing her that you await her coming, though I confess, I may have singed her a little in the process.
Why did you say that?
And why do you tell me this?
Yeah.
Are you in such a hurry to die?
I was just about to say.
Ah, my apologies. I must guard my tongue lest it be the end of me. Though, there is something to be said for such a glorious death. Better to fall to one who has it all than falter before an inferior. I shall keep it in mind as a contingency. For now, however, I shall proceed with the plan. My lord.
I must find myself a new weapon. One worthy of our long-awaited reunion.
I don't know, I thought that was a pretty good sword. What do I know? Good news, Gummy, Tancred, and Araja have finished their tour of Garlandwood and are on their way back to here as we still haven't heard anything on the towers from their lines. I'm hoping they might be able to shed some light on things. They're due to arrive any moment now, so let's see what they have to say. We've been more than busy as it is. Yeah, you know, just the end of the world and stuff, final days. Honestly, you might have waited for me to return or discovering a cure for tempering. As it is, I can't even pretend to have been involved. Well, if it is any consolation, I myself was a little more than a spectator. The large share of the credit must go to Isaac, Graha, and Gummy, but I believe I speak for the rest of us, and I'd say we are proud to have rendered what little assistance we could. As you also heard, though, it hasn't all been tales of triumph. Just as we were taking 2 steps towards finally addressing the primal threat, a pile of fresh problems landed on our lap. Anyway, it's good to have you back, though I can't help noticing that we're one story short of a scouting party given lost area. Our current has been shot and everything. But no, he decided to linger in Ellen when he got to reprise Raban and the others of how the land lies in Garlandwood. May have you would do us a favor, or did I? Indeed, it was just as Lee said. Worse, in fact, devastation is what I could see. Nerva and Illidan, however, were notable by their absence. Might they have met their end at the hands of Xenos and Vandalia? Perhaps, or perhaps they simply lost the will to fight. You see, the capital has been plunged at deathly silence. With exception of the Imperial Palace. It was a busy place before the war, but it has grown busier still, with throngs of soldiers and civilians working there day and night to rebuild, or rather transform it. Transform it into what? That is a difficult question to answer. The construction is vast and unsettling to behold, like something from a nightmare. According to Ariadne, certain aspects of its design were clearly divided with the manipulation of Aether and mind, magic deck, in other words. It was unnerving as said the place was. There was nothing next to the site of its build. They swarmed the place like So many insects working with nary a word exchanged between them. No one overseeing construction, no one barking orders. It was as if they were possessed or tempered. We want to investigate more closely, but given our suspicion, it would seem wiser not to take the risk. If Brandani could find Bahamut to his will, might he have done the same to the people at Garlemald? But whatever the truth may be, this information is certain to prove valuable. You ever think Tancred? We'll be sure to save some for Ariandre, which reminds me of a message from Alamigo. Ravon is hosting a meeting to discuss the latest findings on the towers, and he has requested our presence. Then why not leave that to us? You must be wary from your mission. No, I'm fine. Those towers have been on my mind since I first spied on the way back. I'm keen to get to the bottom of this. In that case, I shall stay and begin looking into another matter as I promised Cryle. We did not all attend. Right, well, I suggest the rest of us make our way to Alamigo forthwith. The sooner we leave, the more we will have to speak with Ariandre before the meeting. My friends, much and more have I heard of your travails in our absent, heartened I am to see you all hail and whole. As we are to see you safely return from your mission, Ariandre, I trust Tancred made you feel welcome. Well, if it isn't Alphanod and his merry band. Oh, Railbridge, I think. Renaud, what are you doing here? When we speak via the link pro, you told me you were away. You'd be away on a mission. And who's to say just the far to run up about that? We had to see you looking so similar. I thought you'd grown a bit taller after a whole year in another world, but apparently not. Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but my soul may be a year older. My body has hardly aged as well as you are well aware. And may I remind you that we Elezen are known to be late bloomers, especially in terms of height. Mark my words, the day will come when even a what? Such as yourself will crank your neck. Ha ha. Yeah, that's not happening. Alright, towards not until my 20th summer, but I boyish proportions don't. Leon read have towered over me nonetheless. Alphanod brings out the best in Alphanod, doesn't he? They both seem so at ease in each other's company, it's almost endearing. So what exactly brings you here? Wait, does this have to do something with the towers? Hey, what gave you that impression? Actually, tell me later, you got a meeting to go to. I'll see you afterwards, alright? If Fordola is going with him, that must mean... My apologies, as I will report a point we have a meeting to attend, let's be about it. So why are we still sitting here talking? Let's go. Oh, everyone's here. The whole...
Ere we begin, I would like to offer my gratitude to Masters Tancred and Urianger. It's no small feat to infiltrate the Imperial capital and live to tell the tale, much less in times of civil war. Thanks to them, we may plot our course in full knowledge of how the winds blow in Garlemald.
You guys remember this place? It's where everyone got knocked unconscious and we all had a voice inside of our head taking us to another world. Man, good memory.
Full glad are we to have been of service. But verily, such dangers as we did encounter pale into insignificance next to those faced by our comrades. An Ascian, armed with the might of Bahamut, bent on bringing about the final days.
Theatrix. He sought only to make a show of the power at the Telophoroid's disposal. But since then we have seen no sign of this Fandaniel or his worm.
Fandaniel.
And while we've done what we can to bolster our defenses, there's no telling where he might strike next.
Whenever and wherever it may be,
We must use the intervening time to learn more of our enemy.
What, you want me to
'Twas
put a
with this
tracker
in
on him?
mind that we dispatched scouts to investigate the towers.
Our advance party took longer than expected to return. And when they did, they tried to kill us. Luckily, I'd seen that sort of thing before, and we were able to restrain them before they did any harm. Then it was just a matter of letting the Porksies do their work.
Are you saying they were tempered?
Once they'd come back to their senses, they told us everything they could. It seems that just as they were getting close to the tower, they heard an ear-splitting roar. And that was the last thing they remembered. But what worries me most is what they were saying right before they attacked.
For Garlemald!
Glory be to Garlemald.
Yeah.
The Tempered have heretofore ever been thralls to primal entities. Yet these hapless souls were compelled to accept a nation as the object of their devotion. This calleth into question all that we know of the condition.
Would that the unsettling news ended there. Alas, there is more.
Great.
Following the earlier reports of missing Amalja, we have learnt that other beast tribes have suffered similar losses. And we now have reason to believe that the abductions are connected to the appearance of the towers. Our scouts sighted black-garbed figures leading shackled Ixal in the direction of the tower in Dravania. The Temple Knights were able to intercept them before they could reach their destination, liberating the Ixal and apprehending their captors, each of whom was found to be equipped with Garli.
It seems likely that Fandaniel has rallied a faction of the splintered Garlean army to the banner of the Telophoroi.
Lord Hien reached the same conclusion when I shared our findings with Doma. The plan had been to march on Garlemald from the east and west in order to force a peace treaty. But the situation has changed. Dealing with the threat of the towers must come first. Given the nature of the enemy and the proven risk of tempering, I could think of few suitable candidates to aid in this task. But I am confident in my choice.
Well, spit it out. Who are they? Oh. I thought he was
what?
Actually gonna say me.
Resistant to primal influence as they are, they can investigate the towers without fear of being turned.
We are glad to put our gifts to use, Commander.
I remember that lady. She tried to kill me multiple times.
Gifted or not, going behind enemy lines remains a perilous undertaking. But we must know more if we're to strike back at our foe. I'm counting on you.
If it would give us the upper hand, I'd do it 100 times over. We won't let you down.
That concludes the briefing. You two, make ready and join your escort.
Are you certain about this, Arenvald?
I am. Come on, let's talk outside.
Okay, so I can leave too, right? Like, I got things I gotta do. It's getting late. Now that it's out in the open, I don't have to keep it under my proverbial hat anymore. Another cutscene, so wonderful, yay! I'm just trying to finish Storm.
So you know, I've already gone through all the formalities at the Rising Stones. Made sure to inform Jamolver and Vmar at Ralga's Reach as well.
Arenvold, I admire your enthusiasm, but this is far more dangerous than anything you have done before.
I know the risks. And I also know what's in store if we don't stop Fandaniel from carrying out his plan. With this power of mine, I can make a difference. If I stood idly by, I would regret it for the rest of my life.
And you, Fudola? Is this what you want?
What are you asking me for? It's not like I have any say in the matter.
Don't pretend. We both know Commander Aldin gave you a chance to refuse. And you didn't.
So the Empire's finished, is it? But that's what they're all saying. That the great and glorious Garlemald slit its own throat. And now, from out of its twitching carcass crawls the Telophoroi with bloody Xenos at its head! I fought for Garlemald. Killed for Garlemald. What was I part of? I need to know. Whatever it is, I need to know.
Very well. If your hearts are set on this, I shall not stand in your way.
Fist bump.
If you've finished with your touching display of camaraderie, I have a question. Which tower are you planning to investigate, exactly?
Well, the one in Girabani is said to be tightly guarded. It's patrol after patrol out there, apparently. We'd be spotted before we got anywhere near it. Which is why we've set our sights on the one in Pagalthan instead. There shouldn't be anything like as many Imperials to worry about down there.
Even so, I doubt the local Amalja will look kindly on it if they catch you sneaking around in their territory.
Fordola and I had a chance to learn the lie of the land in our previous forays there. We might still find trouble, but at least we won't lose our way. Well, we'd best not keep them waiting any longer.
Mayhap when all of this is over, we could take another trip to Loxeld. I would have you know I've become a rather capable swimmer since our last visit.
Ha! I'll believe that when
I
I
see it. Oh no,
it.
he's definitely gonna die.
But, to be fair, getting into deep water does seem to be a Scion's lot in life. Take care, Ray.
Hey. Just because we stop the apocalypse one or a couple of times doesn't mean it's always something we do. We do other stuff too.
It means a lot, you know. You coming with me.
I'll still owe you for saving my skin, don't I? Can't return the favour if I'm not there.
I dare say you'll get your chance before long. That Fandaniel sounds like a tricky customer. Too much for the likes of me, anyway. But we both know I'd just be another soldier if it weren't for my gift. And I need to be a damn sight more than that given what's coming. I realise I can't hold a candle to a hero like the Warrior of Light, or Alphino for that matter. He might look like he's 12, but he's seen more action than most people see in a lifetime. No, the fact is I'm nothing like them, and maybe I never will be. But I'll be damned if I don't try. They're counting on me. On us. So let's give it our all.
Yep, he did.
He does not want for conviction, that much is certain. So let us have faith in him. Him and Fordola both. While they see to the towers, I would attend to another task. Chasing down this lunar Bahamut.
Oh my god.
Oh, bloody thing. Can you hear me?
Yes, Satoru.
It's Tataru. Oh, I'm happy to say we've managed to find Estinian.
Wow.
And I'm sorry to say he went running off again the moment we told him about Bahamut.
Oh.
But he did mutter something about heading to Ishgard, so if you're quick, you might still be able to catch him.
We're going to Ishgard, guys.
Even if we set out this instant, he may already have left by the time we arrive. Have her send the Bonanza to Ishgard. It may prove useful should we need to give chase.
Hey, yeah, I need you to send a banana.
Gladly. I'll see to it as soon as Kryl and I get back to the Rising Stones. Good luck.
While you go off on your dragoon hunt, Urianger and I will return to headquarters. We have much to tell the others.
I wish you every success in your search for our elusive friend. May we all meet again ere long.
That felt like the longest cutscene. I just want to finish Shadowbringers. I'm just trying to finish. Here be dragoons. So Estinian was bound for Ishgard. Whatever it is that brings him home, we must hope it will keep him there long enough for us to find him. Come, there is no time to lose. Our present good, let's put up and search for Estinian. Since we're relatively new to this place, Grahaya and I will look all around the open space and look corners and markers and whatnot. You and Gumi can delve into the Nephilim guidance. Very well, let us reconvene at the airship landing, with or without change. Good luck. I think I shall begin at the Skyscale manufacturer, so perhaps you could try to creation Lucia. Lucia! That was her name! Oh, I told you it started with an L. Well, I've heard news of our friend's return. Hi, Lucinda. Good day to you. Hurry, Lord Emmerich and you would be attending the meeting. And now the meeting goes like come and search of him. So what do I have the pleasure of everything? Hi guys, I tried to find my way here, got lost. Do you have any luck finding Estinian? Is that the banana? I don't know, I couldn't fucking find him.
No sign of him. Not that I've ever met him before, but the way Alphino goes on about him, I'm fairly sure I could pick him out in a crowd.
Speaking of which, it does seem awfully quiet. If the erstwhile Azure Dragoon had returned to Ishgard, would it not be a source of general excitement?
First the Scion's Coinkeeper, and now you. I'm beginning to think these meetings are more than mere coincidence. Not that I'm complaining. It's been too long.
It's not Alphanod, that's Alize!
too long.
You look an ilm taller and twice as rugged. It suits you, Alphino.
Oh no.
Quieter though. Have you been giving him lessons on how to be the strong, silent type?
Oh god. That's the wrong one.
I am not Alphino! If the two of you are such firm friends, perhaps you should remember what he looks like. And what do you mean, rugged? Oh! Had my brother mentioned what an oaf you are, I'd never have bothered looking for you in the first place.
Estinian Wormblood, the Azure Dragoon. He who fought and felled the dread worm Nidhogg at the Warrior of Light's side.
Now's not the time to be in awe.
To think the day would come when I should see this living legend with my own eyes.
Would someone mind explaining what is going on?
I don't.
Is everything all right?
Oh god.
I thought I heard Alize shouting. Estinian! It's been too long.
So fucking weird.
No, it's quite understandable. That was hardly the first time we've been confused for one another. Nor, I suspect, will it be the last.
Well, I, for one, will not be making that mistake again.
She's fucking terrifying.
What I will say, for the second time today, is that you've grown. Inside and out. I can tell.
One can't remain a spoiled little lordling forever, you know.
At least someone's having a good time. You know, when we were growing up, Alphino would never befriend other boys because he couldn't stand the thought of not being in charge. But maybe that's changed. He seems just as happy around Estinian as he does Arenvald.
Perhaps he sees them as the brothers that he never met. I think he learned how to talk with people rather than at them. Well, you can't keep him all to yourself forever.
Huh. Good luck to them. It hasn't been easy being his sister, I can tell you that.
No rest for the righteous, eh? Speaking of which, I was just on my way to borrow an airship to take me to Azisla.
Azisla? How could I forget? The dragon with whom Bahamut shared the deepest of bonds.
Aye, Tiamat, his mate. Even now she remains imprisoned on Azisla, though her remorse binds her faster than any shackle.
I see. As the one who first summoned Bahamut, you believe she may be able to shine some light on his latest incarnation.
Might I suggest that we make the journey to Azisla together? I'm not sure if Tataru mentioned this, but we Scions have an airship of our own now.
It's called the Banana.
I see no reason why not. Assuming your sister can bear the thought of sharing a deck with me.
Be my guest. But confuse me with Alphino again, and I'll throw you overboard.
Jesus.
Ugh! I don't know who he thinks he is, but he's nothing like Alphino painted him to be.
How did you think he would be?
I will admit, he is not exactly as I imagined him either. Based on what I had read of the man, I think I was expecting someone a little less blunt.
What were you guys expecting? Or hoping for? Anyway, yeah, let's go on the Banana. Again, I said it before. Very great name for a ship. It has been quite some time since I put in alleys. I was here like not long ago with what's his face? Yeah, with you and I forget who. Finished in the thing here rather recently. Don't suppose you chance to meet the Tiamat doing it, is it? No. Well, that's not. Wish we had no sponsorship within the Delta Quadrant, but I have studied the relevant records, which is not to say I wouldn't appreciate a personal extent. Well, then kill me as the person I asked. As far as I know, she's the only one of us to have met Tiamat face to face. It's like a big dragon. Even though she remains a prisoner, it's just, it helped that make the devil do it introduce me. Ever since the end of the war, Mercy has been held captive for so long. I too have met with Tiamat. After the Dragon Song War came to a close, I came here to speak with her, a worm who had fought her own war against man in another age. I wish to know if she yet harbors thoughts of vengeance and asked as much. She said no. My hatred for your sign was extinguished long ago. With the ghost she feels for resurrecting Bahamut burns undimmed. It torments her even now. I see, though your original reason for coming here was out of concern that Tiamat had been forced to summon Bahamut. The talk is a part of me. I feel his emotions as my own, and that he will not allow his sister to be made an evil or a tool of evil. In his absence, it falls to me to watch over him. Oh, I can get some, what was that, Quinnage or whatever. Tiamat awaits this way. I love how there's two quests because the game's not loading properly. Ooh, I remember this song. My sire's mortal companion will bringeth me back to this forsaken place I had of land.
It's plain she knows naught of recent events. Perhaps you should enlighten her.
Bahamut, sky, going to rain down and destroy everything. Did everyone die? It's like Umbral Bahamut, but worse. Yeah, we have a tinge of to make things worse in the end. That my sins should be repeated. I sense not the faintest strength. All those who could have called him for, I know of none to save the dragons of mercy our children. The icon claimed their souls when the first came manifest and robbed of their will. They became tools of the elegant darkest desire.
Much like those held here in Asisla. If dragons who worship Bahamut are required to summon him, that must mean...
Yes, the dragons have mercy of the other thing. There can be no other explanation. Accursed, nasty, and vile minions of darkness. Again, you would profane the memory of my beloved and strip our children of their freedom, good dignity, so that no death to which it should not pursue.
Your children's pain means nothing to them. They laugh at your kind suffering.
Damn it.
But tears will not right this wrong, nor will lamentation see the perpetrators punished.
What would Down have me say of dragon?
Behavior befitting a great worm. We came here to ask mighty Tiamat of the First Brood, consort of Bahamut, Mother of the Dragons of Mericidia, what she intends to do about the crimes committed against her children.
I think you pissed off the dragon. Or if we ultimately answer thy sons with fire, but words shall have to survive. Recall, mortals, that it was I who did first summon my with all my rings, and for you who contend with icons cannot well be ignored of the consequence.
You too were exposed to his influence. That you are yet in possession of your own will is testament to the indomitable strength of your soul. But were you to meet with Bahamut again, you fear you might succumb.
Indeed, the dragon slayer, he would not be the power of which the first brood wield. Were I to lose myself to the icon's influence, all would pay the price. But it is out of little matter, so even if I hesitate to resist, I lack the strength to break my shackles. This prison shall be my tomb.
On the matter of Bahamut's influence, at least, I believe we can be of some assistance. If you're afraid of being enthralled, don't be. We have a cure. And while we've never tried it on one such as you, its basic principles are universal.
Speak us down, Ernest.
There is no future for those bound to the past. That you committed a terrible sin, I do not dispute. But if you feel remorse, you may yet make amends. We offer you that chance. Take it, or you will forever remain a prisoner, not of these cruel shackles, but of your own guilt.
A chance to make amends to lay behind his past life. I remember the rest. Our face annihilation finally granted me sanctuary, and now your foes will bring her about her destruction. This I can allow for the debt I owe to Haddon, and all who suffered for my sins. I shall fight with you, children of men. Well, Horcruxes have been shown to be effective in curing this numbered. The amount must be considered a special case. It is far larger, and a measure more powerful than any subject near this fact. Were we to remove her restraints only to find that the process has failed, we would be hard pressed to continue. Then before going ahead, we should learn as much as we can about the exact nature of her condition. Do you suppose we can find that information here? Why, yes, we can. We can indeed. The elegance kept detailed records on all of their notable captives, and I know exactly where to look. We shall leave that to you, and then in the meantime, the rest of us can turn our thoughts to remove those shackles. I know I'm not including here well enough. When not you, are you certain you're ready to see this? First, pretty much. I got my own take on this time. Though this is not my only reason for wanting to set stay my free. I do not claim to know any of her sorrows. I too once for myself in a prison of despair. I will well understand how hard it could be to dream to exit. It took the courage of braver souls that I can make that me take the first step towards a brighter future, and I would help him as I would say. I gather you are not as young as you look. Remain when our work is done. You can trade tales over what a pleasure is made of me. And I've been dead to her for the leaves and hot water I can find. I see him returning swiftly to the task at hand, believe the nodes governing Tiamat's restraints are located in the sector known as the flagship. Yes, we are familiar with it, the Ethological Research Facility in particular. Oh, you may wish to take this, a spirit vessel containing a small amount of my blood. Thanks. Which you just happen to be carrying around with you. I suppose that could seem rather odd to explain. Around closer, Andrea and I are researching the spirit vessel and the transfer not only of memory, but the trace of fluid bloodline. And so I keep one at the ready should help you to test our theories of it. As first use to you may recall that during our previous visit, the notes have granted access to restricted function, having identified me have low blood and armed with the spirit vessel. I posit that they will do the same for you, even in the absence of the rest of me. It seemed to work. Try at least. Agreed. We will take good care of it. To the flagship then. Okay. Oh, let's go for ages. I just put up and search the flagship for the node that controls Tiamat's restraint. But should you find unlikely candidates, do not be tempted to make any adjustments it would not do to accidentally release some experimental monstrosity or let Tiamat resolve in our current state. Our objective at this stage is simply identify the real node it was. We have learned what we can, we should reconvene and compare notes proceeding. Visit friction between metallic components, detect their temperature increasing to critical levels. Please replace part of the rate. Okay. Fucking useless. Warning, schedule dragon restraint managed to create a okay. Unspecified release. The data link with Delta Quadrant broken, possible cause and children okay. Yeah, the nodes are fucked up and I discovered the cause. I am afraid Destiny and I have little to show for it. Did you find anything? I did, a node which smelled like burnt hair. Style one. Another one. I thought the stench more akin to a fire in a shed, but it seemed likelier to explode than our grand wish. Surely there must be another. It's chirping the nose warned me about neglecting the dragon's restraint. Simultaneously, you say, well, that does sound promising, almost suspiciously sounds bad. But then you were in possession of the spirit vessel, and I dare say it is indeed noted. It was trippering, you say. Very well, let's take a closer look. I'm riding Ramu, the guy that I got the raid from. Do you wish to operate the dragon restraint mechanism? Sure. You do not have the requisite exit privileges. Operation of the dragon restraint mechanism may only be undertaken by the chief technologists and members of the royal family, or those with a vessel full of royal blood, perhaps. That too, I guess. There you go. User detected commencing biometric authentication. Authentication complete. User identified as a member of the royal family. Please say your name. None of these are Grahatia. Alfred Livior. At your service. But that's just confusing. Assuming you may find my name, I may have said you use Kami-Ri. User name change. Welcome, Kami-Ri. You may operate the restraint maker. God damn it. We are unable to disengage. We're saying to this source I'm a team. A system update. Oh my god. A software update, really? The system, what do you suppose it is that? It's telling me to turn off my computer and update my game. To smash it to pieces. Gotta break it, sorry. Now that I do understand, you can go first. User expectation detected. Igniting a guidance program in order to operate the mechanism will require access to the central control. However, it is unable to establish the system due to the obsolescence of my non-software. The issue can be resolved by applying a system to using the card-slide terminal located with access. Sounds like too much work. Let me just break it. So this thing says it's restraints or not. it can, but only once it has received a requisite system update as far as I can tell. So, system upload this, really nothing. Use a dissatisfaction initiating vacation protocol. I am here to help. Rest assured that I will on hand to guide you through every step of the system update process. Not gratifying, but I do say we will clear about it with guidance and without it. I agree with this Indian. This is bullshit. For vengeance! Bummer. Guiding user terminal this way, please. I'm following a piece of floating metal. Let's see, according to the terminal, the central control system is presently employing their software version. Dare I ask which version you are employing? No. My software error was detected in the data management system as stated estimated time for update. Oh my fucking god. We don't have 5 years. That is rather long than we were hoping. Aren't there any other options? For instance, using the terminal to operate damaged machines instead. The proposed method is indeed an option. We've been one fire the specific have changed as a result of system update. My instructions may no longer be accurate. I can't imagine it would have changed all this. As long as we are paid due attention to any discrepancies, it is individually what are with me. Don't bother trying to explain, just tell me if we made any progress. It would seem to say so. Yes, it does, however, require that I remain here and operate the termination for you link for what I rate as release check. I might be if you shift this spirit vessel with me, or left vessel with me, or if I use for it, rest assured I'll be certain to return to gravity once this is over. Okay, you just want me to wait? What do you want me to do? Just a little more work and Tiamat will be free. But before we go any further, there's something over town. When Tiamat and Hector fought against the Elegant Empire, both sides were dancing to the tune of the Asking. And it was the same in Ishgard, where they stoked the fires of conflict between man and dragon from the shadows. All that the Ascians touch turns to ash, and thus have you made it your mission to fight them. But there have been times when you tried to reach out to them instead to find common ground. And so I must ask, what do you intend to do with it when Delia, will you try and reach out to him too? Enemy or no, I want to understand him. I will try, yes, and if it fails, I will remember. Certainly after I wipe the smile off his face. How to put my lance through his heart and be done with it. But perhaps that's the difference between you and me. You see the good in people, and even if but the faintest memory, I hope you did not come to you earlier benevolence. Do you think that's unwise for feeling the world though? Far from it, has it ever been your way, as I learned when we journeyed together by far. Yet the fact remains that some who view compassion as weakness, to be exploited, and there may come a time where you extend the hand of friendship only to wish that you had dealt the killing blow. Save your mercy for those who deserve it. Okay. Well, we should be getting back to our task. If I don't have things in hand, I suggest we return to them. I don't know, I think we should just friendship everyone. Christine told me all is well, but nothing more. Honestly, it's like getting blood out of a stone with him. I take it from Alphnall's apparent that he's needed elsewhere. Yeah. Well, that all sounds rather frustrating. You got there in the end while you were all taking notes. We were learning as much as we could about the immense condition. Our ratings affirm that her ethereal balance leans strongly towards the emerald, as was the case with the kobolds. Therefore, all other things being equal to the treatment should work. The difficulty lies in the sheer quantity of aether with which we must contend. Multiple applications of the treatment will inevitably be required if we are to reverse the effects of the tempering completely. Meaning I'll need all the aether I can get. Thank you in advance. Although this endeavor will ask how much we do, one reason to be optimistic. Namely, the team shows no signs of fanatical devotion, suggesting a milder case of tempering, and than that suffered by the kobolds. The team of Bahamut as an equal America made a difference. Now that you mention it, it is very well might. She would have not believed it necessary to deter as well. But enough talk, it's time to put our theories to proof. Tell often after disengage the same time. Yeah, turn them off. I'm counting on you, Angela. That's a lot of aether. That's one to first out of my soul. I'll begin to talk. What are these visions of days flying forgotten, of war with the men of Alec? Wherefore do such dreadful memories return to me now? Could it be that the process of restoring her soul to its pre-tempered state is awakening her age might the opposite be true? So by helping her to recall the past, we might be able to speed her recovery. Can she trust you? Speak to her, ask her, tell her. I gotta talk to her. Tell me of Bahamut and the Aston. Tell me of your war with them and Bahamut more important. Well, I know more about that, I guess. Bahamut, my beloved, that the peace that we found in the city could not have lasted for eternity, but that it was not meant to be the essence souls to that. In all creation, I know none more working. It was at their behest that the men of Alec first came sons of Mercedes into our home. Big dragon. The tale began when Bahamut and I left our father's side. We took wing in search of a place to make our array. Beyond the southern ocean, we discovered a lush and fertile land. It would come to be known as Mercedes by the children of men, though many years were passed before they crossed the seas. Upon our arrival, we were welcomed by peaceful people of the forest, kin to trees, surrounded by nature's bounty. Bahamut and I found a place to raise our young. Fascinating. This collates with the writing of the Charlean scholar. She posts the first settled on the southern continent towards the end of the second astral area. Correctly, it would appear if she were with us to hear the tale from Bahamut herself. And again, Angela. Bro, Angela, can you fucking speed the process up? Sorry. When first the children of man arrived on our shores, no foot did they set in those places over which we held dominion. Such was their fear of dragonkin, and as they kept their distance, so did we let them be. Yet as the days went by, ship after ship appeared upon the horizon, bearing even more of the brethren who divided the vast land amongst them. For a time they knew place and prosperity, but as their numbers grew, the smaller their share came to seem, and as soon as they began to come to territory, their fellows ere long men fought blood were answered with blood, and none could see the end to strife until one day they came to us. Recognizing our wisdom, they entreated us to intercede in their confidence. Bahamut agreed, and with this, presiding over affairs of Mandalay, no peace was won. Alas, those golden days of harmony too were fated to end, for the man like slew my beloved, and I enraged in sorrow heeded the environmental words of the ass, and the rest thou knowest only too well. But your child doesn't have to end. When you are free, we'll rid the world of that sin together, and you and your beloved will have justice. find sentiments, but you're almost spent now. Keep watch from above. If treatment rattles run. So thanks for the vote of confidence. I swear when this is over. Keep going, I'll say the magic is working. Well, I knew this wasn't going to be easy. No patient could have prepared me for treating a worm. But we're close, I can feel it, and while I've only got a few more drops of Aether to get yours and good, this will work. And I believe I speak for us both when I say that you make to take as much as you require. Careful, I might hurt you. Alright, here I go. So what are we doing once she's free again?
No. I'm almost there.
How is it gonna die?
This is it, Angelo!
Whoa! She let a beacon of light out! Or Aether, or whatever. Shit, I feel it. This icon grip strong, weak.
We won't know for certain until the shackles are removed.
Yay. Answer me this, children, man. Can my kindred be saved in like manner?
Many have been subjected to the Allagan's dark arts. Their flesh irrevocably altered. For such tortured souls, I fear there can be no salvation.
My children. You hearken on my cowardly, without fighting for the other one more, but should you not, I grant you peace. Better to die from him with souls of evil, you would wish this, I know, and I shall do this as much.
When that time comes, you won't be alone. We'll stand by you.
Just have my gratitude, little one.
Alphino's ready. It's time. Do it. And let's hope the treatment worked as it should.
Everyone just dies. Fucking bright. Bahamut, my love. For vengeance and atonement I rise.
By the gods!
Is that a good or a bad?
Urianger, your timing could not be better. Understood, we're on our way. It's Bahamut. He's been sighted over Pagalthan. He flies for the largest Amalja settlement in the region, at the head of a vast host, including dragons.
Did you hear all that, Alphino? You'd best rejoin your comrades. I'll make my own way. Our enemy awaits. Shall we?
Man, this thing is so cool. He gets a dragon. Technically, I have a dragon as a mount, but it's not a. That's a big dragon. Well, I'm sure you're desperate to join Sinian in time at about would be wiser to gather the full strength of the science of foe we face demand no less. I'll take the courage. I have already sent word to the others. We are rendezvoused in Ulda at the Hall of Flames. Let's collect Alphanau to be on our way. Alright. Time to head out. Did we unlock a dungeon? I think we unlocked a dungeon. Oh no, it's just perfect. No, I know some of you could do with the rest, but I'm sorry to say there was, what? Hello, Rory, have other plans. I think it is already under its siege. Blade of Mortal Flames arrived just in time to join the defensive effort where Marshal Tarpin at their head. Well now, given the failure of the peace negotiation, I was uncertain how the Sultanate would respond. So it's good to hear that Uldan has not abandoned Damaja. Abandoned them, doing a profession to be their friend. Wow, it's the Sultanate, and whoever you are. Your Grace. Marshal Tarpin had made provisions for such an exigency and was ready to depart at a moment's notice. All that was required was the agreement of the syndicate, each of whom voted in favor of intervention. Nor is Ulda alone in its resolve. The other alliance nations have likewise dispatched their troops to the pack. Yet even with our combined strength, we shall be sorely tested, for we face not only the might of an Imperial Legion, but Lunar Bahamut and its Draconic Horde reside from its TMS children. Fight as we may, victory is by no means assured. Not at all the omens are grim. Our forces report that despite their proximity, the Lunar Bahamut, none of them will show any signs of tempering. Drain foot primal was turned down a chance to claim their power. Unless it is incapable of doing so, primals are not servers of massive passing who otherwise. It may well be that Lunar Bahamut differs in some fundamental matter from those who have previously encountered. If that were true, anyone could fight him and kill me and others like her wouldn't have shouldered the burden alone. Be that as it may, and never have remains in incalculable alcohol whom our soldiers will struggle to best and reinforce along. With the aid of science, however, they will fare better, assuming that is your way to take the field. And their ship awaits to bear you to the front. Brace that force as soon as you are able. Okay. And we leave. And we go. Like now. Like at this current time. I meanwhile shall continue to coordinate our forces till we next meet. May the 12 blessing keep. Alright. It was kind of her to speak with us personally. You may be certain she has no shortage of other responsibilities. Well, I, for one, am inclined to do as her grace request, lest we forget our involved in Florida and on the reconnaissance. The sooner we have the pay, the better their chances. And then, let us to the airship. Again, then why is everyone talking? Shut up and go. I'm sorry. There's so much dialogue. I just want to get on with the thing. Greetings, we've been expecting you, but say the word. Okay, let's say the word. Yay, unlocked. Come on. Fucking slow ass. This one. No, I said that one. Yeah. At this point, I'm just trying to brute force my way through the game because I just want to finish Shadowbringers already. I've been on this thing for way too long, or at least post-game. Post-game feels way too long. Oh, but I'm excited to see where this dungeon goes. Ah, yeah, heavy metal. Wow, look at this team of dumbasses. What are we gonna do? They're amazing. Where's Tiamat? Wow, he's riding on the back of a dragon. That's so cool. That's so sick. Alright, single file, everyone follow me. Yep, orderly fashion. There we go. Okay, now we got enough fucking dust. Oh yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot of dragon. A lot of dragon everywhere. So much dragon. That may be a problem in the end. Oh Jesus. Okay. Whoa, what are you? Oh, you're like a coral or corral. Wow, I just realized that like there's the towers in the background. Oh my god, what? Do I stay here? I don't get how. I don't know how I was supposed to avoid that if I could avoid that at all. Oh, come on, it's a fucking lightning circle. I'll move over here, I guess. Don't get in my lightning beam! Oh. That's bad. Oh, here they're dead. I'm dead. We're all dead. Okay, me down. Nice.
What took you so long?
The giant.
The amounts are in trouble. Let's split up.
Oh, okay. I don't know where I'm going. Whoa. Alright, go. Garlemald sucks. This is like so bad. No one liked Garlemald anymore. Jesus, that was sick. Thanks, Tiamat. I don't know what your name is. Thank you. Of course, that's your 3D decent thing. Okay, this is now open. Where are we going? You would lend us your aid and you let us trust you with your war machine. I thought we were supposed to be heading to, I guess we're heading, I don't know where we are. Because I thought we were supposed to be fighting Bahamut. But I don't know. Does that kill me? Or is that like the good laser? No, it's one of those good lasers, not bad lasers. I can tank it. 100%. I can. I did tank it. I'm not dead. Can you die, you dumb cube? You're hogging up all the space. Oh, come on. Wait, maybe we'll be able to kill it. That's what I got. The survivors I wanted to see. Wait, thank God. I love the music. Wow, that's the right ass tower. I will call unto my children. The icons in the heavens, my children shall bear them. Woo! I got my own dragon! Oh, that's so cool. Look, he's seeing the tower glow in the distance. Alright, we follow you, Tiamat. That's a big dragon. Wait, this is up behind me. One sec, I'm gonna try not to die again. Never mind. It seems I've been more than I can do. Oh, I'm on. There's a lot. Nice. Maybe I should help fast and go do. Good job! Good job. Are we at the boss yet? Lunar Bahamut. Finally. You were a fucking pain in the ass to actually find. Jesus, holy shit. Watching 2 dragons class. That's fucking awesome. Dead. Oh, you do like giant spears rising out there. Okay, I'm on fire. I'm sorry, I'm ready to war. Oh, god damn it. Jesus. He's still doing the beam. Do I have to stay here? Actually, I think I did like a similar fight to this when I was doing one of the areas for the bone shop, what's it called area? Am I supposed to run away from that? Am I? Actually, I might be dead. I'm definitely dead. What is this? He turned it more into Neo from the Matrix. Or Neo. Where's that? I got you. I got you. Okay, he's doing the fucking... I can't even see. Don't we have to go in the middle? Is it the middle? I don't know. I didn't know where I had to go. I thought we had to go back in the middle. Clearly I was wrong. Yep, let me break. I'm also do that. And that's basically it. That's all I do. Finally. Ah, we defeated Lunar Bahamut. Woo! He's dead! That felt really easy though. Like a little too easy. We defeated Bahamut. Woo! Children of man, the shade of my beloved is no more. I shall be forever in your debt. By your deed, shall we set free, and free we shall remain. As long as I draw breath, never again shall the dragons of Mercedia hearken to the lies of Alcine, this I vow. Oh, shit. You're gonna fly off in the sunset now? Oh, never mind. You're flying the opposite way of the sun, whatever.
Noble warriors, the dragons chose their friends well.
Who are you? Wow, the amateur.
Long have our peoples waged war, but no more. Your fallen lie beside our own. By our words and deeds shall we honor their sacrifice.
You would make peace for Yoda, you would be allies. Sure.
The enemy of our enemy is our friend. And you have proven yourselves worthy of our trust. It is the Garleans who are deserving of our fury. I shall see that my brethren learn the truth of this day, and rally as many as possible to the cause, till we meet again.
And thus did we make allies of the Amalja.
It would certainly seem that way. The Sultana will be pleased. Let's go and give her the good news, shall we?
We still haven't finished it. I think we have like 4 quests yet, or left. Around there. Is the tower gonna blow up? Save me these fucking quests. I just want to finish. Sometime earlier inside the tower. What? What is that? Those are all of Masha?
What in Ralga's name happened here?
The gods only know. But you can bet these poor sods aren't here by choice.
Quickly! We've got to get them free!
No! What have I done?
It's too late for them. We're leaving, now.
It's a free.
No. No! Don't you dare! We came together and we're leaving together.
He seems like he's gonna be leaving in pieces, I'm gonna be honest. It really didn't look good for him. Alvinard! Whoa! Alvinard, where's Alvinard? Alvinard! While it would be too much to hope that we have seen the last of Fandelia, we have dealt his schemes of telling blood saint as long to go celebrate and celebrate it well, and we have received word of Enrid. Oh, he's dead. We're dead. Thanks. My duty settles. Still not done yet. Still not done. Sitting around here worrying is not going to help. We must discuss the events with Pippin and her grace. Brave silence. Would that I could see these are heroes welcome, but if you are urgent news to industry. Your grace, whatever is the matter. As our troops withdrew from Fat Lands, they came up to scouts in Yavatar. It's a full account. It seems that one of them, your friend, I believe, has been wounded and was dragged out away by another. Oh no. I must go. Forgive me, your grace. Can you tell us aught of Anval's condition, your grace? The wounded Scot. Not save it at his grave. Such erosions tell or attend to him even as we speak. Sir, an infirmary must be invaded. But the one that if all of us go well, I'll get underfoot. Kill me, Cindy. Would you mind going after Overnight? I need sense of fire for someone other than me. Very well. Thank you. The rest of us will see that the resident people know what took place in. Cool. Cool. Yeah. Come on then. Here we go, Phil. Fine. Sorry as well if this video ends up being really long. We're really close right now, and I really don't want to make a whole separate video just to finish off 3 quests. Like, I just want it to be done so I can move on to Endwalker. Another one comes to see he'll add and show how Master Damelia is attending as we speak. If you would be so kind of wait. What did Master Damelia say? Tell me his exact words. Enough alcohol, this isn't helping. But you're right, forgive me. When we searched our forever down about I was afraid that something like this might happen, but now that all we can do is wait. Wow, it's a lot depressing.
Fordola, have you been waiting here all this time?
We have done what we can. The rest is up to him.
May we see him?
I do not think that wise. You must let him sleep.
Thank you for bringing him back. He owes you his life. I just wish I had been there. Perhaps, I don't know. Perhaps I could have...
Could have what? Got tempered? Don't flatter yourself. You can't save everyone. No one can. Not even the warrior of bloody light. People die all the time, for no good reason. And those who take up the sword die quicker than most. If you're going to shed a tear every time a soldier falls on the battlefield, you'd best stay away. It's no place for the weak of heart.
It may be that victory cannot be won without cost. But all life is precious, and I refuse to shrug at its loss.
All life is precious! Oh, you need to grow up, little man. Before your sparkling ideals get everyone killed.
You're right. He is idealistic. But the world has more than its fair share of realists, like you and me. It's people like him who dare to dream that things could be better and make it happen against all the odds. They are the ones whose names live on forever. The heroes.
The battlefield's littered with would-be heroes. At this rate, you'll lot will be next. And what'll become of your precious dreams then? They'll be gone.
like dust on the wind.
Dreams worth fighting for don't die so easily.
The big afterlife, he disappeared. Never mind. I'm going back in the cutscene. I am going back in the cutscene. It's Chris for me. Couldn't have kept me in the same cutscene. Hey, okay. But, I know there's nothing more that I can do here. Come, let us rejoin the others. Her grace invites the scientists to join her in their fragrant chamber. Your comrades have already arrived. Will the three of you be joining them? We will. Hey, you wanna join us? Party for 3. Okay. How's everyone doing?
Your Grace, pray forgive us our lateness.
Think not of that. I understand a close comrade of yours was wounded in the line of duty. Arenvold. It was at the Alliance's behest that he risked all, and we are grieved to hear of his condition. Rest assured, he will receive the finest care our chirurgeons can provide. On that you have my word. Now, we would share with you the findings of the mission. Pippin, pray relate to our guests the details of Fordola's account.
So the mission is bad and everyone's gonna die. Yay. Sorry, I just want to complete the damn thing. I've been here for fucking 3 hours.
First Bahamut, now Ifrit. Or Lunar Ifrit, as Fan Daniel would doubtless have it.
So
it is now all but certain that the towers were conceived to facilitate the summoning of primals by those imprisoned within.
So they're like the primals, but a more different primal.
Is
like
the
a
means
savage
by which
primal.
the Telophoroi constrain the wills of said entities to enact their designs in defiance of the pleas of their victims.
That's gonna be a new enemy.
Mayhap they do not.
Umbral primals.
If mere proximity to the towers is enough to make loyal servants of the Empire's mortal enemies, it stands to reason that the same is true for those held captive. They invoke their gods for the good of Garlemald, and in their disturbed state of mind, summon a primal whose form reflects their own alteration.
It all begins to make sense. Upon closer inspection, I realized that the towers bear a striking resemblance to a much larger structure which Urianger and I observed from afar during our visit to the Imperial capital. Assuming it too is capable of tempering those in its immediate vicinity, it would go some way to explain the swiftness with which the Telophoroi managed to rally so many Imperials to their cause.
While the situation in Garlemald is indeed troubling, I fear we have more immediate concerns. Ifrit was not the only primal summoned. At approximately the same time, observers at several other towers bore witness to the emergence of further such entities. For a blessing, none appear to wield aught approaching the destructive power of Bahamut, and the Grand Companies are moving to deal with the threat even as we speak.
Can you only tell me where they are, Your Grace? Are you gonna be like an evil Grace?
Though we are aware that the task will not be easy, we would call upon the Scions only as a last resort. Pray, conserve your strength for now. After all, it was not so very long ago that you rid us of Bahamut. On which note, I am pleased to report that our talks with the Amalja have reached an agreeable conclusion. They have pledged their full support to our cause. It is our hope that this historic agreement will encourage other tribes to join us at the negotiating table. And I know that I speak for all of the Allied leaders when I say that we will welcome them with open arms at such time as they do. Of course, this was only made possible by the feats of heroism performed at Paglfan. Moreover, we shall not allow the sacrifices of those fallen in battle to have been made in vain. As hope leads to victory, shall victory lead to a new dawn for Eorzea.
May these words ever be our guide, Your Grace.
Now, if you will forgive me, I must consult with the Syndicate on the matter of our new allies' integration. Till next we meet, my friends, I bid you safe travels and blessed respite.
Bye. Wow, everyone's here. Right then, if anyone has any, I think it's every to Are you still thinking about our involved? Yeah, he's probably dead. And that includes you, for learned on is in good hands here. Of course, you would doubt this mock stream for pacing about the infirmary. Let's retire, then we might regain our strength and readiness for the coming challenges. I'm so in agreement that I shall let Crown know to expect us. A hot bath and a hearty meal shouldn't be beyond the ranging for the next day. It would be good to be home. I have some thinking to do. Something's gonna go wrong. Yes, I'll try asking him, and thank you. I should look forward to it. Our comrades eagerly await our return, and Cryos in particular has a few matters to see his gain, and one of which it concerns you, Athenian, and believe it or not, you will join us. You want us. Fine. First, I really thought you said you were about that scene, woman. If I refuse, she would only pursue me. Let's get this over with, shall we? Okay. Bye, Cryle.
Welcome back. I expect you must all be exhausted. Ere you take your rest, however, I would beg a moment of your time. Thanks to Arenvold's selfless efforts, we may now be confident that we understand the function of the towers. But many questions remain regarding the reason for the summonings, and what lurks behind the looming edifice in Garlemald. Until such questions are answered, we will struggle to devise an effective strategy for thwarting the Telophoroi's stated aim. Nothing less than the destruction of this star. And so, given the gravity of the situation, I move that we petition the aid of Sharlayan.
'Tis possible the ancient knowledge preserved within our archives may hide a clue to our enemy's methods. But given Sharlayan's established policy of non-intervention, our former colleagues are not like to aid us in its discovery.
Oh, I well remember what they're like. The Forum's barefaced refusal to assist you in the days prior to the calamity must rank as Sharlayan's most shameful act since the Exodus. But were the final days to be reenacted, it would spell doom for us all. Surely even they cannot turn a blind eye to that. I trust we are all of the same mind on this matter.
Urgent as it seemed, I took the liberty of petitioning the Alliance for leave to act as Eorzea's emissary, and have since received their blessing.
I presume your role as a student of Baldessian will carry some weight with the Forum?
One can but hope. If truth be told, our organization has been a shadow of its former self ever since the disappearance of the Isle of Val. But the name does still retain some degree of prestige. I only pray it will be enough. If there are no objections, I shall depart for Sharlayan at once. But before I do, I should also mention the other matter to which I would devote some time during my stay. After hearing what transpired in the first, I began to question the true nature of Hydaelyn's blessing. A topic I have discussed at some length with Y'shtola.
We were wondering, when was the last time Hydaelyn spoke to you directly?
I have no fucking clue. A day in the Cruciarium. Near the end of the Dragon's Tongue War.
When you regained her blessing, was it not? But never since. Not in all your time in the first, when you faced the Unsundered, the very heart of Zodiark.
History shows us that Hydaelyn is able to awaken the echo in her chosen, convey her will directly, and grant the blessing of light. To our knowledge, however, she has not sought to intervene in man's affairs for some considerable time.
Might not the explanation for that lie with her choice of champion? Mayhap she is content to trust in her judgment.
Mayhap she is. But following my initial discussion with Kryl, I made inquiries of my own. And as far as I am able to tell, Hydaelyn has not made her will known to anyone.
During my time in the First, the Oracle of Light spoke to me through Reen. But that was not the will of Hydaelyn. It was Minfilia herself.
Indeed. And while she and Hydaelyn were inextricably linked, Minfilia yet acted of her own volition. A messenger, yes, but one who spoke with her own voice.
I wonder, could Hydaelyn's silence suggest the presence of some disruptive force, perhaps? Some obstacle to communication? While I share Urianger's high opinion of your conduct, I see no reason why she would deny you her guidance altogether.
Maybe she's dead.
Then again, who am I to say? The fact is, we simply don't know. But if the explanation is to be found anywhere, I can think of worse places to look than the archives of Sharlayan, and their research on the Ethereal Sea in particular. Resolved though I am to go, believe me when I say that I take no pleasure in the thought of leaving you a member short. Now, of all times. Estinian, we stand on the eve of a struggle that will decide the fate of this star. One in which we Scions may play a telling part, yet we are but few in number. And so I must ask you again, will you join us?
You see the world the way you want it to be. I see the world the way it is. You are idealistic to a fault. But I know you would never turn your back on those in need. Never close your eyes to their suffering. And somehow, your deeds lend truth to your words, giving the lie to my doubts in so doing. I have seen others draw strength from your belief. In Ishgard, in Alamigo, you inspired them to stand up and fight. To win, no less. And even when you lost those you held dear, you carried their spirit with you and made their memory your guiding light. The burden of so many hopes and dreams would be too heavy for most to bear. But you bear it willingly, as you have shown me. Some dreams are too important to let go. If you have need of my strength, it's yours. After all you've done, how could I refuse?
Thank you, Estinian. Whatever challenges await us, I shall not falter. You have my word.
And now, I may bid you farewell. Safe in the knowledge that all is as it should be. In this little corner of the world, at least.
You will be sorely missed. Tread warily in Sharlayan, and do try not to let the Forum embroil you in their politics. A forlorn hope, I know, given the individuals involved.
I shall do my very best. Farewell.
Still going by the winds. We're still going. Still going. The meanwhile? You're gonna do a meanwhile, aren't you? Love the meanwhile. Yep, meanwhile in the Imperial Palace. I love meanwhile. Meanwhiles are my favorite. Wow, you couldn't find a single sword?
Well, does this one meet with your approval? Apparently not. Or could it be that you're still upset about the dragons?
You are unwise to remind me of so costly a failure. It will not affect our plans, I trust.
Oh, hardly at all. Though, admittedly, the chances of us being able to procure any more Mericidian dragons are rather slimmer following Tiamat's reappearance. Oh, but the seeds have been sown, my lord. We have only to wait for them to quicken. Speaking of preparations, is it safe to assume that you will be ready to control you-know-what?
The hour draws nigh. This nation, forged for Ascian ends, will finally prove its worth.
A mighty empire, now no more than an instrument of this star's destruction. What a pleasure it will be to put it to use. Which brings me back to our earlier topic. My lord, while I appreciate that it is not an easy decision, it really is past time you chose your weapon.
There is one that I have been meaning to test.
Well, well, not quite what I was expecting, though I will say, it does seem rather apt.
Wow, you don't even show the weapon? Well, it looks like I'm going to have a busy moons, not that they ever seem to buy anything, but Duncan's got me dispatching troops every corner of the realm, which is not to say I don't trust the alliance, but still they do it sort of when it comes to putting down primus, nobody does it better than that. Well, that you lot, and more accurately, you won't catch me chance both with Abraham in near future, but for every failure you find there's a countless mercenary that's the field sheets to watch towards the replenishing list goes on. Which is where I come in and gladly mind you. It's the least I can do to avoid the chance to risk I even live like for Annabelle. I wish there was something we could do for him, but we'll just have to settle for saying odd prayers and keeping a roof over our head. I wouldn't do to have come back to complete shambles now with it. But that's enough of my rambling. Off you go, get some rest. We're there and you do it. Oh, 3 more to go. 3 more to go. Servers are gonna be off in like 11 as well, so hopefully we can have this done by then, but who knows, they like to talk a lot. Kumi, you're looking while I take it. You managed to squeeze in some rest. If you came hoping for tidings from Kyle, I'm afraid you will be soon, but have some scripts soon. Okay. Here she says, lunar problems have been popping up all over the place, but Alliance has the ship whale hunting and no surprise they're hurrying about it. Meanwhile, talks with the beach traps are going on even better than expected. All done. All the wishes to say, blah blah blah. You talk so fucking much. I just want to complete this long ass fucking post game. What was that now? Begging your partner, but I come bearing an invitation from the Alliance. The council meeting is due to be held in Alamigo, and your attendance is humbly requested. We were just talking about that. May I ask what your intent is? I believe the intention is to share news of the developments of the customer venture will take it. I just hope that you will join us. The Alliance will bring us a beach house in the forward. Indeed, my lady, the part of beach house. Yep. Arrange a meeting. Yep. Yep. Fucking hell. There's just. But then, I think we all played. Wow. We've been expecting you while some feel some I guess the Alliance are present, so I'll show you. Sure. Oh, it's the shifts or whatever. It's all the beast tribes.
Esteemed guests, you honor us with your presence. As there is much to discuss, let us begin.
Information on our taken brethren you have, yes? Hear it we would! Beyond forgiveness these featherless ones are! With rivers of blood shall they pay! Freed our people must be!
We too would see your kin liberated. But ere we attempt their rescue, we must first find a means to negate the risk of tempering. Without that, we will be unable even to approach the towers, let alone contend with their defenders.
If all else fails, I've always found cannonballs quite effective.
And what of the prisoners? Would you see them slaughtered?
Think for a moment. Ponder, consider, think. If Merlwyb truly intended to bombard the towers, she would have done so by now. Remember, we came here to find a solution together, did we not?
Y'Stola spoke of defenders. I but offered a means to clear a path, should you require it.
Given the enemy's capabilities, we will all need to play our part if we are to have any chance of success. For if any here should give less than their best, it will be to the cost of every living being on this star.
A paragon, the Empire, our very gods. How can we hope to prevail against such odds?
That our foe is formidable, none would deny. But our strengths are many and varied. In this chamber, I see masters of strategy, masters of magic, masters of the land, the air, and the sea. And together, there is nothing in creation we cannot overcome.
What's wrong with you?
I beg your pardon?
What is it, Soulwalker? Do not express your passion thus. A little tricky without gills, perhaps? Suffice it to say, I am proud to be counted amongst Theosia's finest. We Shahagin will play our part.
We kobolds have not forgotten the crimes the Overdwellers committed against us in the past. But today we look to the future as allies united in purpose.
Make mock of the Ixal, the Paragon does! Turns kin into puppets, pits brother against brother! Free them from his grasp, we shall!
As Patriarch Zadar will attest, the Scions have granted us a means to free your brethren from their thraldom. This boon we will gladly share, that your people might never be enslaved again.
We accept! We accept!
Praise me!
It's taken a while, but I do believe we might be one step closer to a world without primals. Would that Minfilia were here to see it.
We still have a long way to go, and we're going to need a lot more Porksies. But we're moving in the right direction.
If I may have your attention, there is one other point I would like to raise. As we can all agree, freeing those held captive must take precedence over every other concern. But experience has taught us that none save those with the capacity to resist tempering can hope to enter the towers unscathed. And even once inside, a still greater threat may yet await them, that which we call a primal. Needless to say, if we are to succeed, engaging with such foes can only ever be considered a last resort. And so I move that we seek to prevent them from being summoned in the first place.
Yes! Both prayer and ether are needed for the ritual. Should either one be denied, the summoning would fail.
Indeed. And so we must endeavor to discover the source of the ether on which the process depends. Do so, and it may present a way to halt the summonings, or perhaps even neutralize the towers entirely.
A promising proposal. While you are conducting your investigations, however, we will need to remain vigilant, lest the Telophoroi commit further abductions and summon primals ere we have the means to prevent them. To stand a better chance of keeping our enemy at bay, we would do well to coordinate our defensive efforts, sending reinforcements to assist our neighbors when needed.
We Amalja would have been overwhelmed were it not for our newfound allies. But say the word, and we shall come.
I see we are all in accord. But what are we to call this proud fellowship of ours? I submit that the honor of naming it should go to the scion whose brave efforts have done so much to unite Eorzea. What say you, my friend?
Grand Company of Eorzea.
But that's the name I...
A fine choice, for there is none here who does not love Eorzea.
Aye, in that we shall ever be united.
United in our gratitude for the realm that gave us life.
Then let it be recorded that on this day, the Grand Company of Eorzea was born.
How long have we dreamed of this moment? And now that it's here, Oh, forgive me. Might we speak outside?
Oh no, that way out of your shadow. Hope you ever forgive me if I speak my mind. Let me begin by saying I dreamed of the days since I first set foot in the shores, and I was hardened by anyone of people in a place solitary, and I could think of their lost lives and every abilities except, but now it is the foundation of Grand Company of birth over many, many more. Brothers, you see how many be servers. I seek my time with the same guardian of my neighbors. I know that you have got the weather on the crystal trade when primals and their daily be cultivated and that you have community beside. Remains the research to be tried. Was elevated in many airships. Yet the particularly the Grand Company itself stay effective. Armed forces with self-same goal in mind. Crystal Waves, forgive me, Master. I know that was a painful chapter in your life, but experiences. In my hero is part of Crystal Waves, probably gonna go over Crystal, but in my blender, falling into the collapses. But you may answer too much. Not at all. You may come to my assistant by way of the. I have my thanks. You have your guidance and flourish. I'm sorry, but like this is. Granting anything, writing numbers may join you here, my thoughts to the crystal waves. As if you asked. Someone witness rise of apologies, reassuring presence. No join you. Like, I'm half tempted to just skip all of this because I've been almost recording for 4 hours and I just want to end the episode, but then again, we're really close to the fucking end. But they talk so fucking... Anyway, I'm just so annoyed. So what's the plan, brother of mine? Before we're discussing a toss your hand is probably made a report of larger written. Just fuck it, 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 fuck it. Jesus Christ. In a minute, speaking for members. Yeah. Let's stick with the scions. As there is one time recognizing failures, translation from negligence. Now that day goes by as faithful, redeemed. Only reason, rising stones, crystal waves, despite everything, moments of hesitation. Turn your back. Nothing that's for, I learned the rest is out to not that doing personal games, scions. And thank you, my friend. Forgive me, could you? Give your thoughts to the crystal waves. Ideals, swap, signed up, good intentions, the span. I see our ranks diverse, people or individuals. Thank you for your permission. Cool. I think we have taken up enough of our colleagues' time, and I'm life and told them to make our way to Gandania here with the others today. Thanks to doctors that were dependable and tragedy, we managed to track down a handful of former braids without great difficulty. Some were forthright, others were less so, but we had a common picture, and I must warn you. Common for it. You can well imagine, but their opinions are no less vital to my report. I seek to uncover the truth. I think I was said about adding your findings to my own. In the meantime, please go ahead and they'll sell this. Oh, welcome, brave one, friends. Well, how good it is to see walking ones. Those are good after a meeting. Indeed, it had a pretty place. The meeting was far from noisy. So many shouting ones, squawking ones, and cheering ones for conversation involved. Horn ones and coyotes innocent the walking ones would become a little soulless and prairie ones also very safe and abducted many ones. That is heartening here. Elder will be required at ones. There's someone who's very hard to hold on to the ranch on welcome. Oh, another party silver-haired one. Please hurry. I say you must come quickly. What does it matter if I don't tell me you couldn't read my handwriting? What? No, it's when added officer calls me I was set to. Darlene has led away and invite was David or Robert Gattani anymore. An envoy could it be the crowd managed to sway the form? We shall not say when enough, but there's no the envoy has requested two of his agency too. Really I can see why they might Zions must be present, but specifically what is it, who is it? As it is, I can say believe it myself when I encouraged the envoys today, it was told that it was for his library. Your father? Well now, that the fact that as a single member of the farm had journeyed here would be a surprise or not. With him? Quite, I gleaned from that they were talking in a matter seriously. That may be but why him, or not any of the 98 farm members unless he volunteered for it. It's been right sometimes they feel like your father has it not. Could it be he is concerned for your well-being? Perhaps, but he is loyal. Reluctant to discuss his work with us. Indeed, and whenever he writes to the parents, he's invariably our mother who replies. Never does say welcome to everything me him after so long, even if the secretary of purposes. Left and I did cut this really short, and I must have Nico Johnny, please hear my apologies for my report. Never mind that the time walking one go. The audience will be held at the Lotus Sand see if there is lesbian. Welcome. Yep, thank you. I don't think I'm gonna be able to finish it tonight because the servers are gonna be going offline. My friends, thank you. Word of Master will visit upon us by surprise when the Alliance granted Mrs. Crowd permission to request runs that we did not detect so promptly. We were much less it would be delivered by remember the farm. What the nature of the reply may be, we should discover. No, it's the Fort Chantelier or whatever his name was.
Elder Seeds here. I thank you for granting me this audience. I am Fortuno Leveilleur, here in my capacity as representative of the Forum.
It is I who should thank you, Master Fortuno, for journeying so far and so swiftly. Would that our first meeting could have been under happier circumstances.
It has been too long, Father. You look well.
As do you both. Ameliance will be glad to hear that you are taking care of yourselves.
How is Mother?
She misses you terribly, of course, but is otherwise a picture of health. Circumstances apart, I'm grateful that our meeting has afforded me the chance to be reunited with my children at long last. And I believe I also owe you thanks for the hospitality you showed my father, Louisoix, during his sojourn in Eorzea.
All thanks we owe to him. In the days prior to the 7th Umbral Calamity, it was your father's tireless efforts which granted us a means to vanquish the Primals. Were it not for him, our strength would have been quite spent by the time the Empire arrived. That Gridania still stands is in large part his achievement. He was a great man.
He would doubtless have been moved to hear you say so. I must confess, however, that I opposed his decision to intervene. And my position remains unchanged.
To chart the course of history, not to change it. I am familiar with the Sharlayan stance.
It is more than that. It is our way of life, who we are. But I came here not to deliver a lecture, but the Forum's answer to your request. Sharlayan will under no circumstances intervene in the conflict between Eorzea and the Garlean Empire.
May I ask for what reason the Forum has come to this decision? The final days spell the end not only for Eorzea, but the entire world.
The final days? Pray spare me your hyperbole. This conflict is no more than the latest in a series of petty squabbles between yourselves and Garlemald, one in which Sharlayan will take no part. If the final days were truly upon us, we would know.
Father, you must ask the Forum to reconsider. You may feel safe on your little island across the waves, but if you imagine the Telophoroi will leave you be, you are mistaken. They mean to kill us all, themselves included.
Alphino is right. We have seen what the enemy is capable of, the lengths to which they'll go. This is no time to turn a blind eye. If Eorzea falls, so too will Sharlayan. So if you truly love our homeland, you will join us. Now, before it's too late.
I thought you knew better than to raise your voice to your elders. It seems I was wrong. Wrong to ever let you leave, Sharlayan. I consoled myself that your time abroad would instill in you some hint of restraint, of discipline. But I see now that Eorzea has made fools of you both. Have you forgotten why it was that I so vehemently opposed your grandfather's departure? For all his wisdom, his only solution was to go to war. Death, devastation, ruin. Even those who claim victory are scarred for life. What prize could ever justify such sacrifice? It is the duty of the learned to avert such tragedy. By fanning the flames of war, you forsake all you once held dear. I see your friend shares your misguided ideals. But unlike her, you should know better. By espousing such barbaric notions, you subvert the teachings of Sharlayan and place all we have worked for in jeopardy. Alphino, Alisaie, as of this moment, you shall no longer bear the name of Leveilleur.
What?
Father!
How you choose to live your lives is no longer my concern. If you wish to walk the path of ruin, I will not stand in your way.
Master Fourcheneau, while Sharlayan may have no intention of intervening in this conflict, we can still part as friends. Will you not stay and speak with us, that we might learn of Sharlayan's hopes for the morrow?
I have said what I came here to say. Any further discussion would be meaningless.
Father! Wait!
Don't bother, Alize!
How can you stand there and watch him walk away? How can you let this happen?
I might just have to end the episode. I think I'm just gonna I can't do anything. It's so much fucking talking. So this is what he came to here to say, that we're all fools for having to defend ourselves against it, and for the rest. Like it or not, this was the Forum's decision to watch from afar while Rogia burns. Father was but the messenger, and he has handed down their judgment. I could think of nothing else to sway him, I so can't. To have prolonged the discussion would have changed little, for it is not only master of specifying who must be persuaded to form to their nor is like it to change, and show well we faced it without their aid. Forgive me, but if they had no intention of helping us, but then why would they go through trouble sending an envoy in the first place? Why did they not simply keep their counsel as they were wont to do? Tell me, has Master Fosha arrived yet? Then it has appeared my efforts were in vain. I pleaded Arceus to as many forum members as I could, but they politely refused to discuss the matter. No, that's exactly true. To say rather, they ignored every word I said in the subject without exception. It was almost unnerving. Could it be that they are hiding something from us, that they might go to bring performance? When he said they would know if the final days were surely upon us, I dismissed it as pride. But if they truly believe that they know how the world will end and simply disregard about their circumstances, that I don't know, but something tells me they are not as unconcerned about it as they claim. If the threat they were real, they would have stand off secretive. I would very much like to delve deep into this, but I'm afraid I'm exhausted either way. Nor have I fared any better with my other mission. Researching Hydaland and Aetherosia, I tried investing to help the experts in the field. It appears the Forum has forbidden anyone from cooperating. Restricted at every turn. So it would seem, but don't lose heart just yet. With all the knowledge and acquaintances we can find a way forward. To that end, I would like you to join me. When the time is right, of course, I am aware at life dead, but with your permission, I can make the inquiry. And so, albeit under less time free circumstances, I may with secret entry. Okay. Yeah, you expect. Oh my god, there's just spare fruit. We cannot say what possible heights drift and find ourselves. The farm refused to request our aid for so far. Even though water wars are sending in, there's no guarantee we'll close. That's just Charlene's thing to do. While Charlene's stance is indeed disappointing, we cannot allow ourselves to be distinctive from challenge before us. There is much more to be done. I shall begin sharing the form's response with my counterparts in Alliance. Meanwhile, look at his hand. Grave tidings, walking ones. Grave tidings. Calm yourself, my gentle friend. What has occurred? These ones have went to fettered ones, sent terrible news. Destroying ones have appeared and destroying ones and captured one, and even frightful godly ones, fettered ones, and sent a chance for sent flapping ones and squawking. Where did this happen? Is it too late to help them? Too late, yes, and much too late. Quickly destroying ones were only passing through and continued on west, but the ones who did were unharmed. West, and I would report them. Oh my god, what fucking now? My lady, the guardians report that they have emerged from the eastern American marching fleet. The other purpose has yet to be determined. The cartel fight would see their destination. Lord Dragonic has already dispatched his forces and reserve. Tell him he shall have it. The time has come for Grand Pillar rules to prove its worth. Well, I may have better the mercy that we do not see this misfortune coming from those new persons. Wait, this one almost forgot. Destroying ones were said to be led by crackling robed ones. This one must see the all waking ones farewell. Delia? Who else might be under time before we crack each other? I shall have an airship ready, Alright, well, yeah, servers are about to go offline, so I'm just gonna end the episode here. I was hoping... This is the last quest, by the way. Last quest. Last quest, and I've been recording for about 4 fucking hours, and... God, I just want to finish Shadowbringers so I can move to Endwalker. I'm sorry if it sounds like I've been complaining throughout this whole entire episode. That's because it just feels like these quests shouldn't be this long. I started the episode with about like 6 quests that I needed to complete. Each one felt like it took 50 or like an hour just to get through like a fucking page of one quest. Like it... Like, I love the story and everything, but God, this felt so long and tedious. Anyway, I'm gonna end the episode before I go on even longer. Again, sorry if this episode is really long, and sorry that